everybody, this is Alice Bejeweled Hedgehog here for my Cast Off Tuesday on Tuesday. I'm cutting it a little close, but so far so good. This is a short and slightly sad Cast Off Tuesday. Short because I haven't done a whole lot, and sad because I was supposed to have done a whole lot. Today is May 1st. May is birthday month. I have two niece birthdays, and then I always celebrate Mother's Day by giving my sister, the mother of my nieces, a gift. Let me make sure the music isn't up too loud. There, that sounds a little better. I am listening to Pandora in the background. I have one of my Pandora stations on. So anyway, okay. Let's see, I got one poncho finished, but sadly it was for my middle niece, who was not one of the birthday nieces. And before I give all these ponchos away, I'm going to photograph them all and do a little fashion show, because all these ponchos, well, many of the ponchos that I'm making are designed by Susie Cusey, a YouTube crafter. So anyway, this is a girly girl poncho. The yarn is, it was a mill end, so I don't know exactly what kind it is. It's very soft and slightly shiny, just like Simply Soft. And it's kind of heathery, and it's not showing on. Now when I come way back here, the color you're seeing right now is pretty accurate. And it's heathery. You know, it has different shades of this salmon pink, which of course all goes away when I bring it up to the camera. And then I added a lacy border along the bottom. And I was in the process of making a crochet rose when I realized, oh my, I am working on a poncho for someone who does not need it this month. So I switched over immediately to this poncho for the oldest niece, who will be 14 in, I'm sorry, she is 14. She will be 15 in May. That's Auntie always trying to keep her younger than she actually is. And it looks really, really big, but it's actually not. It's a reasonable size on me. But she is taller than me, with longer arms and legs, and she wants this one to be a poncho for warmth. Because even though it is approaching summer, it can get awfully chilly in a lot of the air-conditioned places. And this was also a mill-end bag, and I had assumed it was Karen Simply Soft. But what happened was I was running really low on the yarn. It took more than the bag that I had. And in order to do maybe 3 more rows around the bottom, and then a couple rows of half double crochet, and a little bit of edging around the neck. She wants it very simple. She does not want anything extravagant. I realized I would have to buy more. So I went back to AC Moore on Sunday, expecting to just find another bag, mill-end bag full of this yarn. And they didn't have anything even remotely like this. In fact, they only had one bin. Normally they have this large, like double bin side by side, and they had now taken half of that for their mill-end bags. And I'm concerned. But then again, this AC Moore has just moved to its new location, and it's in a much bigger store than it was before. And when they moved several weeks ago, they had a humongous sale. Like everything in the entire store was on sale. And both of the bins were full of mill-end bags, and they were down to something like, I'm serious, like $4 a bag. So I went crazy with yarn and bought a whole bunch of stuff, but it might be that they just, their supply got really low, and that's why they didn't have more. So this is interesting. I had assumed that it was the Simply Soft, but I couldn't find the Simply Soft anywhere. And I ended up having to get a skein of Bernat satin. And, well, it looks different because it's in a skein, but, you know, it looks like when you hold it up, especially in the daylight, the match is really, really close. So I'm hoping that I can finish it with this, and that it'll just kind of blend right in. I'll keep my fingers crossed, and I will show you the finished poncho next week. Now next week, since her birthday is on Tuesday, I am either going to be doing an early cast off Tuesday on Monday, or I'm going to be doing a watch Bejeweled Hedgehog cry and sob because she's not ready for the Tuesday birthday. The other thing that she wanted was this poncho that we picked off of Ravelry. And while I was waiting to get the green yarn, I started, not a whole lot, sadly. I started I'm unraveling it, the first couple of rows of the neck. I guess if I don't get it done, I can always give this as a headband. But you know what? If I really apply myself and crochet like a mad woman, I can probably have this ready for Tuesday. Next Tuesday, that is. So wish me luck. Keep your fingers crossed for me. Then after that gets done, I have a birthday poncho for a cousin. Same thing, she wants a Susie Cusey poncho. And then, I have the Mother's Day poncho for my sister. Haha. Okay, my youngest niece, thankfully, has decided that she doesn't want a poncho. She doesn't want a poncho for spring or summer. So that's fine. That gets her out of the way. I wanted to show you my Afghan from the Crochet Along. It is phenomenally large. It's extremely long. If you go to the Crochet Along page on YouTube, I have it laying on my bed, and you can see how really, truly huge it is there. Now, this is for the middle niece. Her birthday is in November, and so I have plenty of time. I will probably be working on my Crochet Along Afghan up through October. I realized when I was commenting with someone that what my sister had done was she had bought, when they had a great sale on these a couple of months ago, the Lion Brand Pound of Love yarn was, really great price. So since my niece inexplicably wanted baby colors, my sister bought 6 of the big balls. So basically my niece is going to get a 6-pound Afghan because she asked me to use up all the yarn. Now this is my latest strip right here, and it is just really not okay, when it's back here it's showing better. I've decided to set my minimum goal as 1 strip per week. I did this one Sunday evening, and so that's my strip for this week. Hey, I'm actually on top of something. The colors are a little hard to see. It just looks like it has a white border, but really it has the pastel baby yellow as the middle part. Then it has cream, and then it has bright white. And I love it because it just reminds me of sunshine, starting in the middle, like a ray of sunshine, and then just spreading and spreading until it's just pure white light. So I just really am impressed with the colors in this particular strip. Now the way I have been joining them, and I honestly cannot remember if I showed you this in my last video or not, I tried the way that Claire showed it in the tutorial, but I think because it's so long and kind of, has a lot of weight on it, and I'm doing it on my lap, I just couldn't get the knack of the way she would just join as she did the final outer row of one of the strips. So I do a strip to completion. I do a middle, the outer, and then the outer 2 bands, And then I join it together with a slip stitch. Now I use a crochet hook, so I'm crocheting as I do the slip stitch. It's not like a sewing join. And it really is fairly smooth because I put the two right sides together, and then of the two right sides I just do the join through the two innermost loops. And it really is not, this is the wrong side, the side where you would be seeing the join, and it's not that bad. And on this side it's virtually invisible. And another trick that I'm using is I have a ball, well, it's not easy for me to get to, but this is worsted weight, and I have a ball of sport weight baby yarn that's a white with variegated colors in it. And because it's so much lighter, and it's a white with, variegated colors, pastel, just like the blanket, it really doesn't stick out. So it doesn't look like I'm putting an additional color through the middle. So unlike, I think that I am not bored with this. I'm actually loving it. I'm finding it very relaxing. It's the perfect thing to do while you're, watching videos or doing something else, because since it's so long, you can just start with that middle strip and just, crochet away. And when you think, this looks pretty long, that's when I do a count, and I will count up to 50. Then I have a big safety pin that I put in as a marker, and then I crochet till it looks roughly the same size, and I'll double it over and eyeball them up, and because it's 101. And then when it looks like it's really, pretty much the same, I'll do another count for 51. And usually I'm only off, the most I've ever been off was I had to rip out 3 little center shell thingies. And then just, finish it off, weave in the ends, and then away I go. And I'm getting a lot of satisfaction from designing it one strip at a time, because rather than doing the same thing over and over, I'm kind of putting the colors together as I go. So I am very happy. This pattern for me worked out very well, and my yarn choices worked out very well. Well, I should say the yarn that my sister picked. But I have noticed, people have been talking about they are using the same weight of yarn, but it just doesn't seem to be matching up. I have noticed a lot of that has to do with my own tension. This is the identical yarn, and it really is the same size and weight. But depending on what I'm doing, what else is going on when I am crocheting, my tension varies very, very widely. So sometimes, one section of it will be looser, the other section will be tighter, and that does make it a little bit of a pain to match up. But it's so big, and I've seen everybody else's projects, and they're so vibrant and beautiful that I don't think the little bit of deviation is actually going to hurt anything. So that is it for my cast-off crew. Oh, I'm going to tack, at the end of this video, I'm going to tack on I crocheted a huge bed-sized blanket for my youngest niece. It was just one big granny square done out of a gorgeous, gorgeous yarn. And I gave it to her before I had a chance to show it. So I'm going to tack on some photos of it at the end of this video. And anyway, that is that. Oh, I wanted to show you my t-shirt. I realize you've only been seeing, little bits and pieces of it. This is my t-shirt, and it says, "Don't forget you are what you eat." And the somewhat dumpy person with a chocolate chip cookie says, "Then I need to eat a skinny person." So anyway, I love that. And of course I decided to wear a ring with a cake on it, in honor of the fact that, gee, can you guess which one of these is me? Could it be the slightly dumpy person with a chocolate chip cookie? Anyway, everybody have a great night tonight. You will see me next Monday night, either triumphant, all ready for the Niecer turns 15, or crying. I'm all for triumphant. Everybody have a great week. Okay. Bye.